You join me on the start line of the Walsall Aboretrum Parkrun, and this is a fast course. This is one of the speediest parkruns in the UK. It is 3 laps, and it is quite popular, so you do have to deal with some congestion at times. But it's fast. It's fast, flat, a beautiful place. Not that you can really appreciate it while you're going all out, but it is a cracking parkrun. I joined Ben and Chris for some tourism. Got up early on the Saturday, headed to Walsall, and yeah, got ready to run fast. Hopefully fast. My PB at the time, 21 minutes dead. So that's 4 minutes 12 per kilometre. And I was just kind of looking to go out at that pace and hopefully pick it up for the final lap. That would have been nice. We get going and it's a bit of a slow start. So we go out and I think I'm clocking like 4:24 pace and I'm getting frustrated. This is something that I really need to work on. If I'm too far back, you just need to be patient. You can't surge and just burn all that energy. It's just not what you do, Mac. At Walsall, it's exactly what I did. So we put in a surge just to leave people behind and try and rescue what wasn't actually in jeopardy. I should have just kept calm, rescue this PB attempt. So we finally got going, put some distance between the big group, and the first kilometre ticked over in 3:57. He's done it again. First kilometre way too fast. We move on to kilometre 2 then, and I was trying to dial things back just to rescue the energy, because if you maintain this, you think, you're on top of the world, you think you can maintain this, but no, you're going to burn. You're going to burn out at 3K, at 4K. It's going to happen. So I tried to rescue that, but also keep some kind of consistent pace and flow. Looking at the footage now, I can't actually get over how beautiful it is during the autumn time here, but you don't really appreciate that as you're running around and calculating in your head these paces and trying to trick the brain into liking this horrible run that you're doing. Kilometre 2 ticked over in 4:08, so we had dialed things back a little, but was it too late? Had I already burned all my matches? For the third kilometre, it's now time to start lapping people. As I said, this is a 3-lap route, so around, just over a mile per lap. And so most people did really well at keeping left and overtaking on the right. So not really having issues with that. But despite having people to run with, to overtake, I was slowing. So kilometre 3, it came in at 4:16. The fourth kilometre is always the toughest for me, and I think for most people, you're not quite on that final kilometre, but you're just in this kind of limbo stage where you're feeling pain, but there's not yet the finish line adrenaline to balance it out. It was hurting. At Walsall Aboretrum, it's during that fourth kilometre where you go past the finish line again to do another lap, and that is tough on the old brain. It's also on the final lap where many parkrunners are tiring or the opposite and getting stronger to kick on. So there's quite a bit of people on the right and left, and it's just getting a little too messed up. So there was a near miss for me. Looking at it, I should have just been a bit more patient, but when you're tiring and you're just trying to carry that momentum through, brain fog does get in. But no, everything was fine. I did manage to get through there. And I was struggling for this fourth kilometre. I did blame at the time my tired legs from the speed session the previous day, but ultimately, I'd just gone out too fast. Let's be honest, that first kilometre had cost me here. Kilometre 4 ticked over in 4 minutes 26. Not great at all. However, in terms of average pace, that's 4 minutes 12 per kilometre. So exactly my PB pace. So if I maintain that, you get 21 minutes dead. I need to speed up. Now, something I hadn't mentioned is that the black pair joggers were there. My running club were just coincidentally, I hadn't organised this. We didn't know they were going to be there until the last minute. Black pair joggers were at Walsall Aboretrum for their championship league. And so this honestly rescued this PB attempt. So as I ticked over 4 kilometres and I began my 5th, where I needed something to latch onto to just power me through, I had Matt, who I run track with often, come by me. I like saw the black, orange, and white just come past, and then it was Matt. And we exchanged some words briefly. He let me know that he wanted just to go under 21 minutes, 20:59, he said. And I was like, our goals match. We need to do this. So I just latched onto him. I stared at that pair on the back of his shirt, and it was just huge to have the club there. And it's so cool that it was a pure coincidence. We just saw them as we were warming up. We saw loads of black pairs, and the stars aligned. After holding on to Matt as best as I could, we finally hit the last 400 meters, which is slightly downhill. Just that little helping hand you need for that final push. And so I caught up to Matt, and I just heard him digging so deep. He was pushing as hard as he could. And by the time I looked at my watch, I saw 200 meters to go, which is what it triggers something in me. We're running. We're sprinting now. So I went for it and kicked up a bit, and I could still hear Matt behind me. So I'm shouting. I'm shouting at Matt. Poor Matt. I'm shouting at him, and I crossed the line, and I turn, and Matt's right there behind me. So huge final push. Huge. And he managed to get a lifetime PB that day. So good. And he also helped me achieve a PB of my own. I did that final kilometer in 4 minutes. 4 minutes flat. So new PB time of 20:48. Over the moon. What terrible pacing. I don't think I could have paced that any worse. But I'll take it. I'll happily take that. Congrats again to Matt on the lifetime PB, and also Chris and Ben for their performances. It was such a good morning in a beautiful place, and Walsall Aboretrum Parkrun gets my recommendation, no doubt. Very fast and very fun. Until next time, happy running and bye-bye.